Hello and welcome to A Book in 5 Minutes. My name's Lindsay Milner of sylvantraining.com. This week's book is on a subject that I talked about last time in terms of a satire on the self-help industry, and that is happiness. The book is Authentic Happiness by Dr. Martin Seligman. Actually, I'm not sure if he's a doctor. He's a professor or something. He's a researcher, and he's often known as the father of positive psychology. And in this book, Authentic Happiness, he does tell us how he came to, more or less found the field of positive psychology. Because up until the work that he did, the research that he did, much of psychology had focused on how to make people recover from illnesses, mental illnesses, depression, schizophrenia, how to treat people who are suffering from trauma, post-traumatic stress, and all of those kinds of psychology. But Seligman found himself wondering why everything was focused on making ill people better, but none on what made people happy, what made people have a good life and enjoy their life and actually feel good about themselves and things that they were doing. Hence the sort of suggestion that he was the father of positive psychology as a movement. And again, I kind of talked in the past about how I love personal development books, and I think that if you want to live your best life, then you need to be focusing on growth. You need to be constantly developing yourself and learning to be a better person and learning to have a better life. And this book, Authentic Happiness, is quite fundamental, I guess, about what helps you to have that kind of life. It was not a bad read, but it wasn't quite as engaging in terms of sitting and being able to read it and feeling like really sucked in and wanting to carry on reading it as some of the other books that I've read. So I think if you are a layperson and you want to learn how to be happy, then the book I would recommend for that is Shawn Achor. The Happiness Advantage is called. So that's the one I would recommend if you want to know what to do in order to learn to be happier. But obviously Achor draws a lot on the work of Seligman. Seligman is a researcher. He has studied what makes people happy. He's looked at the differences between, pleasure and hedonistic happiness and true happiness, authentic happiness, how to actually feel that you're living a good and virtuous life. And I'm using the word virtuous, but that's, I think in order to be happy, what Seligman is saying is that you do need to be doing some good in the world, because if you're not doing good, then obviously there's something wrong within you that makes you feel that you need to hurt other people, so you're not truly happy. So I think there's a lot of really interesting theory in there. He does actually talk quite a lot about how you can bring those things more into your life. And if you just give me a moment, I'm just going to grab the iPad. Yeah, I can't wave a copy of the book around because I did actually read it on a Kindle version. But there was one real sort of quote in here that kind of stood out for me, and helpfully I did not have it ready. It's just come to me as I'm talking that it would be useful to share that. So, I'm not going to find it, am I? That's typical. The essence of the quote is that, if you want to be happy for an hour, I think it was, if you want to be happy for an hour, take a nap. If you want to be happy for a day, do something else. If you want to be happy for a week, do something else. If you want to be happy for a year, get married. I think that was the other one. But if you want to be happy for a lifetime, this is the one that really stuck with me. If you want to be happy for a lifetime, help someone. So the essence really of how to be happy is that you need to be contributing in the world. And this does kind of hark back to what I said about that satire last time, that what was missing from that sort of satirical look at the self-help industry was that the people who said that they'd found happiness, they had no meaning in their lives. Whereas obviously what Seligman is saying is that if you want to be happy for a lifetime, actually I think he was quoting somebody else whose name I can't remember, but if you want to be happy for a lifetime, the way to do that is to be making a contribution to the world, leaving a legacy, doing something, you know, not just for your nearest and dearest, but for the wider world, to help the world be a better place. So is this book for you? I think, again, it's another one that's interesting. It's good if you want to go in depth into what makes people happy, how you can learn to be happy. But I think if you want more of a practical hands-on guide, I would actually spend your time on Shawn Achor's The Happiness Advantage. It's an easier read. It's easier to pick it up and engage with it and keep going, whereas Seligman's, because it was based quite a lot in the science of it and the research, it wasn't quite as, it didn't grab your attention quite in the same way as Achor's. But if you really want to get to the research and find out, you know, how he came to find these things out, it is still an interesting read. That's this week's book in 5 minutes. I'm Lindsay Milner, silverandtraining.com. That if you like what you hear, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to keep up with what's working, what helps to make you happy, what helps to make you lucky, what helps you to enjoy work, enjoy your life. Want to grow and be a better person, then please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you like this video, hit that like button and give me a thumbs up. Until next time, I'm Lindsay Milner, Silver and Training. This week's book, Authentic Happiness by Martin Seligman. See you next time. Bye.